everyone, my name is Hannah Hernandez. I'm a summer naturalist here at the Dorothy Pico Nature Center. Today we'll be feeding our tiger salamander. We got him back in 2016 on September 30th. He is about 15 years old, and salamanders can live up to be 25 years old. This guy, that may be different in the wild as we do have an enclosure here for him and he does not have to worry about any food that he needs. This one, he's a little wiggly right now, measures up to be about 1 foot long. They are typically about 6 to 8 inches long, and he's a little bit of a big guy. I'll put him back in here, he's being a little wiggly. There you go. Tiger salamanders can be found all over Iowa. They're actually very abundant, but they're a little bit hard to find. They are usually in like under rocks or in the mud, usually kind of hanging out. So they are pretty hard to find and a little bit rare to see, but they are abundant all around Iowa. So as you can see, our guy here has a little bit of spots around his body. This differs from salamanders to salamander. So other tiger salamanders may have different stripes, or those little spots all over the body may be different, a little bit brighter colored. When they are adults, they get more yellow underneath. As from when they are larvae, they are a little bit duller in color, and they can be found in aquatic habitats. Any habitat that has a permanent water source, there can be tiger salamanders found. So when they are young, they do have gills, and as they grow older and into adulthood, they get rid of those gills and they are able to breathe through the air. There are some salamanders in which do not have gills, or gills or lungs in general. They are Plethodontidae, and they actually strictly breathe through their skin. As you can tell, our tiger salamander is a little bit shiny. His skin needs to be moist, otherwise he will dry out. His skin is very thin, so keeping that moist keeps it nice and wet for him so he doesn't dry out. Typically, larvae of salamanders eat almost anything, even like small fish. And then when they get to adults, it's usually crickets, small insects, worms, and other things like that they can find. They are clumsy hunters. We will see him today hunt down a worm. Their eyesight is quite poor, as they are typically under mud and in the mud, so they don't exactly need a great eyesight. And he cannot hear. So his prey is usually found by, oh, excuse me, bub. Vibrations that they can feel with their body. They will actually hunt the ground to feel vibrations instead of making sounds or hearing sounds. Since they don't hear, they also don't make sounds. So let's go ahead and feed this guy. Oops. Ooh, you got a big one today. Hey, look at this. Oh, excuse me, Bob. You also want to keep your hands moist when you're handling the salamanders. My hands are pretty moist, and because their skin is so thin, they do soak up a lot. So the water used in here is actually water that's been left out for about 24 hours to get any harmful chemicals or minerals that can be found in the water. That way he stays nice and healthy. I got you a worm here, bub. Oh my gosh. He surprised me. I was like, does he see it? Look, there's a worm. Sometimes he does think your finger is a worm too. a way that you can tell a salamander is a male or a female is once a year they have their cloaca enlarged, and that signifies that it is a male. A cloaca is a way that animals secrete either urine or feces out of there. It's kind of a mixture. So, for example, birds have a cloaca, and that white mess that you find either on your car or on the ground is from them and is from that part of their body. You gonna get it, dude? Oh. Oh, yes. There you go, bud. Yes, there we go.
So we have a question. What kind of salamander is he?
Oh, I apologize. This is a tiger salamander. He is actually the largest land-dwelling salamander. And I don't know if you've ever been to any type of zoos. They do have very large salamanders, so it can be very surprising that he, as a foot long, is the largest land-dwelling. A way that they can defend themselves during predation is they actually excrete a milky toxin from when they are being, if something's trying to eat them, to protect themselves. We have 4 salamanders in Iowa. The tiger, which is what we have here, which is found all over Iowa. A blue spotted, which is found near eastern Iowa. A smallmouth found in southern. A mud puppy and central newt, which is found in eastern Iowa also. Oh! What do you think, dude? Do you want another one? Give you a smaller one.
Does he eat every day?
Yes, they typically, or it can be every day or every other day, or like it's typically 3 times a week that they feed him.
How many worms does he usually eat?
I believe they typically give him 1 worm, 1 or 2 worms. Some fun facts about our salamander. There are some forms of salamanders that are quite similar to the same salamanders that roamed the earth 270 million years ago. They are actually environmental indicators. So since their skin is so thin, they actually react quite dramatically to different environment changes. It could be climate change or even pollution in water that they are pretty sensitive to. They used to be, in Greek mythology, they had talked about a story that they would use logs to build a fire, of course, and once they threw the log into the fire, salamanders would run out because they were dwelling in this in the log. So they thought that these salamanders were born out of fire, which is actually kind of their name in Greek. It's so salamander is actually Greek for fire lizard. See it, dude? Get this guy wiggling. See him? Oh, there we go.
So is he the same as a lizard?
No, they are actually different. Lizards are reptiles and salamanders are amphibians. Lizards can typically have they typically have drier skin, as our amphibian here needs to have wet skin. Oh, a little clumsy there. You can see as he lunges towards with his mouth and snaps, or he can also use his tongue to help him get that worm. Got it there? Get it, dude. Ooh, got some movement there. And as you can see on his head, he does not have any external ear holes. Oh, there we go. Also indicating that he does not hear. There you go, dude. Oh no! Got part of him.
How does he defend himself?
He uses a milky toxin that comes out of his back and tail. You can also tell that he is more of a prey type of an animal because he has eyes on the side. If you remember, eyes on the side, run and hide, eyes in the front, ready to hunt. That is a good indicator whether an animal is either a prey item or a predator. Awesome. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had fun watching him eat. I had a lot of fun. So you can join us next week when we have Tess feeding our corn snake hen. Thank you.